is that the sort of thing that bothers you?
No, I'm always on my own. That's right. That's correct. No, I don't mind. Actually, I quite like it on my own.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny, though? They were saying in an article I was reading that it's 76% of people in Wolverhampton eat on their own.
Yes, I spotted that, Cherry.
That's a very strange thing. And they don't mind, but in Southampton...
They don't like it.
Isn't that funny? Now, what's that all about? But the thing is, I don't mind. The only thing I will say is I'll order food and I'll order a glass of wine, but I won't order a bottle of wine because that's just wrong. But I'll order 2 big glasses of wine. Because you can't have a bottle on your own. But when I was very young, I had an imaginary friend, and I was only thinking about it this morning. I thought, I think I'm going to bring him alive again, and I'll take him with me.
Please don't.
And I'll talk to him over the
Please don't.
bingo.
I think, you know, when you're working and travelling around the country, and because circumstances force you to have... You have to eat. You're on your own. You can't just sit in your hotel room. You have to, you know, go and get something to eat. You get so used to it. It's not a problem anymore. I don't even think twice about it.
I have never, ever sat on my own and had a meal.
Never!
Never?
And funnily enough, last week I was saying to Mark, we were in a restaurant and there was a young woman sat on her own, and my eyes kept drifting over. He said, what are you doing? I said, do you know, I'm ashamed of myself because it's like something out of the ark, but I automatically feel sorry for a woman when they're sitting on their own.
Right.
And I just do, and I think it might have something to do with the fact that I will never eat a meal on my own in the house. I never cook and eat a meal by myself. And I'm convinced it's because I come from such a big family that for me, I can't make a salad for less than 10 people, you know, so it's always... For me, eating is with other people.
So do you create a story for this person sitting there?
I'll go through everything. Oh, you know, my boyfriend
been
must have
stood
left her
up?
all this, all that.
Well, what would be the story if you saw me sitting on my own?
If you were talking to your imaginary friend...
And if you had a whole bottle of wine, maybe we shouldn't go there.
I do that as well, because I'm like you. I spent a lot of time on the road as a reporter, so I was quite used to eating on my own. And, you know, I've got a newspaper or a book, I'm absolutely fine. I'm an only child, very happy with my own company, don't mind it at all. But when I'm in a restaurant, for me, it's if I see old men, and I mean, like, sort of in their 80s or something, I would weep, and I've done it with my husband, and I go, oh, look, he's eating on his... Oh, my God, his wife's died and he's eating on his own. And he's going, he's probably just come out for a piece of quiet. He doesn't want you in his face. So I was like, let's invite them over, you know.
Would you do that? Would you actually, if you saw somebody eating on their own, would you invite them to come and join you?
If it was it's just old men.
Yeah.
I've got a thing about seeing old men eating on their own. I don't know why. Is that how it's a woman? I'd think, no, she's eating on her own.
Because the thing is, you wouldn't want somebody to come up to you and say, come and join me, love.
Yeah.
Would you? You'd go,
Would
would
you
you
guess
go on
what my
those
sister
terms?
says? She says she eats a lot on her own. I suppose that's another reason why when I look at women on their own and I feel sorry for them, is because my sister says it's a real pain when people say, come over, or they want to call you over to eat with them, especially if you go on holiday on your own, which she quite often does.
Yeah.
And so you might regularly be in the restaurant and then eventually, you know, oh, the gentleman over there has asked whether you want to eat them. And she says then she ends up eating every night
with
room
them,
service.
yeah.
The only thing that happened to me the other night is I was on my own eating this food, and it was sort of like a tapas thing where you could have bits because I don't eat big meals really. And anyway, so I had another one, and the waiter said, "Are you sure?"
Another
and I went,
But another what?
another little dish. And he went, "I think you've probably got enough, don't you?" And I went,
Oh, no.
"Yes," I said, "I have."
And I'll have another glass as well.
Another big glass of wine.